It's hard to believe Jennifer Love Hewitt is still in her 30s. Next time you're taking a trip, take a moment to look around the airport as you prepare for your flight. It's not that the former child actor and teen star has aged badly, she's just one of those celebs that seems to have been around forever, in the world of television, at least. I love planning ahead for a trip and choosing the perfect travel outfit. At the movies, on the other hand, Hewitt briefly flirted with A-list status before completely dropping off the radar. Looking back at her career, it's easy to understand why. Critics loathe her. Having a bunch of critics pan you presents a bit of a problem. Hewitt was named the worst reviewed actress in Hollywood in 2016, and a quick glance at her Rotten Tomatoes record highlights the lack of love she's received from the industry. 16 of her feature films have Tomatometer scores, and every single one has been deemed rotten. Her latest effort to swap the small screen for the big one came courtesy of 2013's Zootopia, a romantic comedy described as a film that manages to be offensive to almost everyone, including people who like to laugh at something because it's funny. She's like a 90-year-old woman. In a 2013 interview with Collider, Hewitt marveled at the technology of social media in a way normally only grandparents do. It feels fresh and exciting, and I am not the only one. Referring to herself as like a 90-year-old woman, Hewitt confessed how new she was to the whole internet and Twitter and Facebook, and all of that. She then said, "Back in my day, we walked to school barefoot in the snow, uphill both ways." We're kidding about that last line, but she did say, "I am quite shocked at how much fun it is to be able to reach out to people, on a daily basis, and keep content out there, and how much it actually really does help promote things, in such a different way." Granted, studios and networks do just fine promoting projects on their own, so Hewitt's techno-naivete isn't likely to be much of casting deal-breaker, but can you imagine them trying to explain product placement? We imagine her saying something like, "So if the ghost I'm whispering to drinks a Coke, the viewers will want a Coke?" How swell. She let the trolls win. No director wants to work with someone who can't handle criticism, constructive or otherwise, and this is another likely reason Hewitt isn't inundated with offers anymore. All over the airport you'll see fellow travelers displaying their style, whether it's comfortable sweats or glammed-up maxi dresses. Case in point, she made a huge deal about quitting Twitter over the sheer negativity that users were sending her way, writing, "I'm sad to say Twitter is no longer for me." No matter your style, there are some flying fashion don'ts we should all be aware of. Complicated items. Before choosing your travel outfit, think about what you'll be doing that day. Life should be filled with positivity and holding each other up, not making threats and sending bad vibes. All Hewitt did by making a show of leaving Twitter was highlight her unpopularity. You will most likely be sitting in a tight space for an extended period of time, so plan ahead for that, and don't forget the airplane bathrooms. Not to mention, her grand exit was all in vain because she later returned and began tweeting as much as ever. Is she a diva? A bad reputation will follow you around like a bad smell on the streets of Tinseltown, and getting into a drawn-out spat with producers is a surefire way to earn one. Hewitt's Lifetime series The Client List was preparing for a third season in 2013, but the network put it on ice when the actress got pregnant. Her pregnancy wasn't the issue. Her character in the show was actually having a baby too. It was how she wanted to incorporate it into the show that allegedly put her at odds with producers. The actress reportedly wanted co-star Brian Hallisey, her partner in real life and the father of her real child, to play the father of her baby on the show. Make sure to avoid any outfits that will be too complicated to get off and on in those teeny tiny rooms. Jumpsuits are difficult to remove in teeny bathrooms, Heatha Palepu, author of How to Pack and founder of Heatha on the Go, told me. Producers had other plans, which put them at an impasse with the actress. Also avoid short skirts or dresses and anything low-cut. Co-host of Pop Fashion Karan Vembar recommended staying away from anything that is very fussy. Hewitt apparently wouldn't budge, so the entire show was axed. She's allegedly afraid of chicken wings. Numerous celeb gossip sites claim Hewitt has a long list of phobias that could certainly hamstring her career ambitions. You don't want things with lots of zippers, buttons, or something that has to be on you just so in order to look proper, said Vembar.
According to Zimbio, she has said, "The trouble is that many of the Hollywood meetings I have to attend take place at the top of tall buildings, and I simply cannot set foot in an elevator if there are too many people in it. I prefer it when it's empty so I can scream if I want to. I am also scared of sharks, which is why you will never find me in the sea." The Times of India quoted the actress admitting, "I am a terrible hypochondriac." I have every illness known to man, and I am pretty sure I have had the bird flu 4 of 5 times. You want to be able to be comfortable. Your favorite outfit with Facebook and Instagram stories just begging to chronicle your trip. It's tempting to break out a fabulous brand new outfit for your flight, but save it for the vacation. Never wear anything that if it gets spilled on, will supremely bum you out, relationship expert April Mazzini told me. I know I drive people mad with my phobias. Star Crush alleges she's also afraid of chicken wings and freaks out if her teeth touch a bone. It's very easy to spill or get spilled on when there's turbulence and elbow-to-elbow seat mates. If any of this unsubstantiated, but oft-repeated, scuttlebutt is true, it could explain why Hewitt seems to be collecting more eye rolls than movie roles. She starred in the worst box office opener in history in the animated adventure Delgo. Hewitt stars as one of several avatar-like creatures divided by race wars and romance. Of course, any spill on your clothing is going to be disappointing, but if you're wearing something expensive, heirloom valuable, or tough to replace or clean, leave it home or pack it. The airplane is full of opportunities to ruin a nice outfit. Spilling drinks, rambunctious toddlers, and bathroom turbulence all threaten to destroy your perfect look. At the time of its 2008 release, the film was the worst box office opener in history, grossing a shocking per-venue average of just $237. According to a critic for Cartoon Brew, the ill-fated movie hired every B and C list actor this side of Dancing with the Stars and somehow still failed. Ouch. Airplane turbulence and food and drink without lids make spills on your clothing a matter of time, not a possibility, said Mazzini. Summer clothes. When it's time to get away for a Caribbean vacation, you're usually so excited for the beach that you forget the airplane temperature. At the time of this writing, that flick was still sitting in the number 2 spot on Box Office Mojo's list of all-time worst openings. Fans petitioned to boot her off Criminal Minds during her debut season on Criminal Minds. Fans actually petitioned CBS to give her the boot, claiming audiences can only stand so many more episodes of this Lifetime movie-style acting, and specifically citing the twerking joke in the video above. Try to save your resort wear for the hotel, and stick with layers on the plane. The network did, indeed, write off FBI agent Kate Callahan, though reportedly not in response to its disgruntled followers. According to Cinema Blend, Hewitt waited until the end of 2014 to tell the creative team she was pregnant with her second child and due in the summer of 2015, when filming would need to resume for the next season of the show. You never know how cool it will be, and you don't want to be shivering all the way there. Planes have a funny way of getting chilly, so don't wear something for hot weather, even if you're traveling to a hot weather climate, without bringing layers to snuggle up in during a plane ride, recommended Mazzini. Shorts and a sleeveless shirt with sandals may seem perfect and comfortable until the airplane interior becomes like fall or winter weather. Bring a sweater and socks, a blanket, or layers for plane rides. An oversized cardigan and comfy scarf could be lifesavers. Itchy fabrics. Before you choose your perfect airplane outfit, take a good look at the fabric. Avoid anything scratchy or itchy, because it will start to bother you on the flight. Redfin chief economist Neela Richardson constantly travels for work and has learned to steer clear of uncomfortable fabrics. Temperature fluctuates on a plane, and heat and cold will sensitize your skin, making fabrics like lace or wool even more uncomfortable than they typically are, Richardson told me. Though much of that season's finale was already locked down, the team made adjustments to eliminate her character. Showrunner Erica Messer told Entertainment Weekly, timing-wise there was no way for her to do both, to be able to give that baby everything she wanted to give that baby and still be on our show. She alienated women. Hewitt falls into the same category as Anne Hathaway, in that she seems to inspire an inexplicable hatred in hordes of people, particularly women. Reasons vary, but most complaints seem to come from those in their late 20s and early 30s, a generation of viewers who were sold the idea of Hewitt as the relatable girl next door but weren't able to see anything beyond the boobs and the wide, wet eyes. That's an important demographic for Hollywood producers, so taking a chance on an unpopular actress who gets slammed in the celebrity gossip columns may not be worth the gamble. Hewitt has also been accused of behaving like a hypocrite. Plus, when you are in a seat that might not have the most legroom, those fabrics become even more annoying. Uncomfortable shoes. When choosing your flying shoes, go for comfort over style. In 2008, she responded to some unflattering paparazzi photos with a statement on body image. To all girls with butts, boobs, hips and a waist, put on a bikini. Put it on and stay strong, she said on her blog, via People. You never know how far away your gate will be, so make sure you are able to easily walk or run in them. You can always throw some cute heels in your carry-on if you're hitting the tourist spots as soon as you arrive. It's common knowledge that your feet will swell on a plane, so generally speaking, I like to avoid heels and wear shoes that are cute but comfortable, like a pair of Mary Janes that have a good insole, or a pair of stylish sneakers, said Richardson. I'll definitely avoid any shoes that tend to already feel a bit tight because cabin pressure will only make it worse. Your pajamas, be honest. Last time you had a 5 a.m. flight, you were tempted to just go in your pajamas, weren't you? There is so much to do on the morning of a flight, so sometimes getting dressed just seems like too much work. It was a sentiment applauded by her female followers, but those same fans were shocked when Hewitt then lost 18 pounds in 10 weeks and showed off her new body in a controversial magazine shoot. Money talks. Hewitt Walks. Hewitt's most successful film in terms of box office return remains the one that shot her to stardom in 1997. However, you're still going out in public. I know that airlines are such a pain these days, but dress up a smidgen, said Vembar. I know what you did last summer was put together for an estimated budget of $17 million and returned a massive $72 million from the domestic market alone, with a further $53 million banked overseas. Hoping to see the same profit margin with the sequel, producers budgeted $65 million, but the writing was on the wall when the first weekend's receipts amounted to less than $17 million. It's okay if you wear athleisure wear, but think of your fellow passengers and try to put on a fresh set of clothes before you board. Metallic sweaters. If you're going for a little sparkle in your travel outfit, make sure those dazzling little pieces in your sweater are not actually metal. This one is a bit of a surprise, but did you know that a number of sweaters that look metallic actually have metallic threads woven through the garment? Asked Vembar. Action comedy The Tuxedo 2002 was another box office bomb in the States. She was considered for a Razzie. Twice the Golden Raspberry Awards take place the evening before the Oscars, an unofficial counterpart that celebrates the absolute worst in film. While some Razzie winners have gone on to redeem themselves and even win Academy Awards, for others, the association is a nail in the career coffin. Not wearing this is more about the hassle you will get through security, because you will absolutely be stopped before you even make it to your gate. Save the sparkle for vacation, and go for easy comfort in the airport. Heavy perfume. We've all sat next to that guy who put on way too much cologne before heading out for the day. Hewitt is said to have twice been in the mix for the Worst Actress of the Year award, appearing on the preliminary Razzie ballot in 2003 for her performance alongside Jackie Chan in The Tuxedo. Her name reportedly reappeared in 2005 for her performance as vet Liz Wilson in Garfield, the movie. How she can turn it around at the time of this writing, Hewitt doesn't seem to have any major professional projects in the works. Be mindful of your fellow passengers when applying your favorite perfume or lotion before your flight. Anything scented should be applied with a light touch, recommended Vembar. Perhaps she's interested in focusing on her family, which is fair enough. If she wants to remain relevant in Tinseltown too, she could explore ways to blend motherhood with celebrity lifestyle branding, a la Jessica Alba and her eco-friendly baby products. Hewitt designed a line of maternity wear in 2014, so she clearly has some experience in that realm. The former Scream Queen could also finish the follow-up to her relationship advice book, The Day I Shot Cupid, which has reportedly been in the works for years.
If she wants to act again, Hewitt may want to reach out to Criminal Minds showrunner Messer, who told Entertainment Weekly the opportunity for paths to cross again is definitely open, or she could hunt for an original series that is fresh and off-kilter, taking a chance that it becomes a fan favorite. This is being a good neighbor, because you never know what types of allergies people have around you. Plus, you can put more on once you get to your destination. Baggy clothes. This was a suggestion I hadn't thought of. When you travel, you need to be comfortable, so baggy or oversized clothing seemed like a good choice. However, it may also make you look a tad suspicious. Loose clothing will cause some delays because they think you're hiding something under there, Tracy Edwards from AAA Travel Sales told CBS News. Flip-flops. As long as we're packing away the summer clothes until you get to the beach, go ahead and toss your flip-flops in your suitcase too. They are too flimsy for a full day of travel, and you'll probably regret them at some point during your flight. Aaron Hockel, who travels extensively for his business development role at Atla Vista Strategic Partners, said one thing he never travels in anymore is flip-flops. Let's face it, airplanes can get very hot, and that means sweating. It is incredibly embarrassing to smell your own feet at the start of a 5 or 6 hour cross-country flight with no options to cover them up. His go-to is running or athletic shoes. They are comfortable and save space in my suitcase. I plan to bring them for exercise anyway. Leggings lovers beware. They may seem like the perfect cute and comfy travel pant, but they could keep you from boarding your flight. United Airlines was recently in hot water for not allowing 2 teenage girls wearing leggings to board a flight. The girls were turned away at boarding, because the leggings did not comply with the airline's dress code. After the incident, United Airlines tweeted, "The passengers this morning were United Pass riders who were not in compliance with our dress code policy for company benefit travel." While the dress code was different for these teens because they were traveling on company benefits, fellow travelers and Twitter users were not a fan of this decision. Check the dress code. If you are a firm believer that leggings are pants, it may be a good idea to just check your airline's website for their dress code policy. You don't want to be the next Twitter sensation being kicked off a plane. People aren't mind readers, the executive director of Flyers writes. Kate Haney told Fox News. They don't know what that flight attendant's going to want to see when you get on a plane. Even if you disagree with the dress code, it's not going to change for you, so be prepared. In the end, the flight crew is in charge of the aircraft, and they have to make judgments based on what they think is going to create the safest and most comfortable environment for everyone on the airplane, Virgin America CEO David Cush told Fox News. Go for comfort. So what can you wear on a plane? Make your style icon stylish comfort. It feels fun to dress up a little for your flying day. It makes me think back to pictures of the early days of flying. Men in suits and ladies in hats and white gloves look so chic in their little airplane seats. However, make sure that your fashion is still comfortable. My go-to travel outfit is skinny ponte pants, a longer t-shirt, a cardigan or blazer, comfortable flats, either a chic sneaker or a ballet flat, and a scarf wrapped around my neck, Palepu said. I also like a full monochrome look with wide-legged pants, matching t-shirt, and a draped trench all in the same color. Easy fashion. Take a look in your closet, and pull out your favorite easy pieces. Maxi dresses are great when traveling to a warm location, topped with a denim jacket, said Palepu. Just stuff the jacket in your bag and you're ready to hit the beach. Don't forget accessories too. Too much jewelry will hold you up in security, but a great scarf can keep you warm and looking chic on the flight. I also love a nice soft scarf or shawl, said Richardson. Not only do they make an outfit look sharp, but they also are helpful when you need to nap. Stick with layers when planning your vacation wardrobe. Focus on layers and options. You never know what the weather will be like at your destination, so it's best to plan for a little bit of everything. You may even experience a little bit of everything with changing temperatures on the plane. Cottons and silks are your friend on a flight. They are soft, comfortable and breathable, Richardson told me. Wearing layers means you can adapt to whatever the temperature on the flight is that day and throughout the flight. One thing I've noticed on my travels is that planes do tend to be a bit on the cold side, but you can never know for sure, so having layers is important.
Balance between comfort and style are key when preparing for your in-flight outfit, and this approach tends to work for the office. While similar fashions work for travel and work, especially if you tend to travel for business, there can be some major differences depending on your career. Read on to find out what the experts say about how you should dress for work, particularly, what you should never, ever wear.